Hello there. This is Laura Godwin, your Scentsy Superstar Director. I hope you're enjoying this mini training series called New Year, New You. I hope you're getting a lot out of it, and I hope that you're creating the foundation that you're going to need to become unstoppable in this new year. I am excited. A couple of weeks ago at church, my pastor preached this sermon about growth and just the amazing transformation that comes whenever we determine and set out to be different. And it really spoke to me, and I found a lot of amazing correlations with what he was speaking about and my Scentsy business. So I want to share. So in order to do so, I'm going to show you some pictures of my little man. This is little guy in his first week of being on this earth, and I am forever blessed. And when I look at these pictures, sometimes I get emotional because he is my one and only cutie pie. And Luke started changing not long after he was born. I started noticing he was getting fat. And then he started turning into this little ham, the little guy that always tried to make us smile, and he started picking up characteristics of my husband or of me, and he was learning how to skate here one Christmas. There are so many amazing pictures that I have. First haircut, and just amazing things. He was one of those kids that always made us laugh. And then things started changing, and before long, he was growing up way too fast. And these are much more mature pictures, you'll see. And then fast forward a few years, and he's taking pictures like this. And pictures like that. Oh my gosh, he's 8 now, and I love going back through these old photo albums because it reminds me of how adorable he was, but it also is magical because I see the transformation in him, and I see the journey of Luke's life that's made him into the little adorable little man that he is today. And so this kind of spoke to me in my Scentsy business, because I feel like a lot of times in our Scentsy businesses we are walking the same path that we were walking 3 or 4 years ago. So would I really be interested in looking through all these pictures if Luke looked today the very exact same as he looked when he was newborn? Would these pictures hold much value? Would I really have enjoyed the journey or really have much to show anyone else or get them excited about looking through my photo album of Luke if they could look at him right now and he looked pretty much the same as he did in these photo albums 8 years ago? So think about that. Some of you may be exactly where you were 3, 4, or even 5 years ago in your Scentsy journey. Or maybe you're just starting out and you don't want to be in the same place 3 or 4 years from now. You want to grow. You want this journey to be something magical so that you can look back and you can see your personal growth, you can see your financial growth, and you can see the memories that you've made along the way. So I challenge you to become convincing. Becoming convincing, first you have to convince yourself that you want to grow. Luke had to have an appetite, and he had to choose to eat to be able to have grown and matured like he did, especially in those first few years. You have to choose to eat. You have to choose to convince yourself you are going to do these trainings. You are going to, stay focused and seek the support that you need. Make phone calls to your upline and to your sponsor and participate in the Scentsy Training Center and go to these Scentsy events and do these things. You've got to convince yourself, but then you've got to convince others. If you want your paycheck to grow like it should, then you need to be able to convince others that, hey, you're in this for the long haul. You're doing Scentsy and you're going to rock it. And yeah, you may have another job or you may have another focus in life. That's cool. But Scentsy is yours and you're going to own it, and you've got to convince people of that. So one way I convince people is about every 4th post on Facebook, I try to post something Scentsy. I want it to be an ever constant reminder that, hey, Laura's a Scentsy girl. they might not need me now, but they might need me next year. And the seeds that I'm sowing now will come, and I'll be able to reap them in the future whenever some new customer comes my way, because they remember that Laura's the Scentsy girl. I post pictures of me at Scentsy events because I want my friends and family to know that, hey, Laura goes and gets training. She's taking this very seriously. When I hit milestones, I post pictures then. Now, it's not Scentsy, Scentsy, Scentsy all the time, because how boring would that be? No one would want to see my Facebook page if that were the case. So I try to find a balance. But if Facebook were the only way that I could build my business, then I would never have probably even hit lead consultant. I might not have even hit certified. You've got to find a way beyond Facebook to convince people that this Scentsy is your thing. It's your journey, and you're on this path, and you're going to own it. And so I challenge you to convince yourself, convince your family and friends, convince your spouse that Scentsy is yours, and you're going to own it, and you're going to do what it takes to hit amazing milestones this year. So work on becoming convincing. Good luck.